Good morning! The one-man thrill ride has arrived to the campus of Fitchburg State University to relive his glory days at the 2013 Fitchburg State Baseball University alumni baseball game. I am in the parking lot right now, hammering a bacon, egg, and cheese, hold the chi, in preparation to go deep with 4 hits and put on a laser show to the likes of which you have never witnessed in your entire life. Now, before I do that, I have a brief and ferocious message for the current Fitchburg State University baseball team, okay? You 10 and 25 suckbags rolled out of bed this morning all hungover, and I was up at 5 in the morning doing my T-work, going apple like taco, doing 300 dry swings, doing flippies, doing front toss. I am ready. And when you roll onto the field lollygagging like a bunch of frat house joy boys, you don't even realize that you are facing the largest collection of studs ever assembled at an alumni game. So you're going to have your hands full, puppet. And I know what you're thinking. These guys peaked at 18. Well, you're partially right, okay? Because I peak at 18 every time I hit an overhead bicep pose. Because my arm is bigger than your thigh. And I don't know who you suckbags are throwing today, but it better be your ace, okay? Because when that guy rolls onto the hill at 6'1", $160, with the sunken chest that I could eat a bowl of cereal out of, and he walks up to the mound and he looks in front of him about 60 feet, 6 inches, and he sees a man walking, pimping to the plate with the buffest swag you have ever seen. You don't realize that I hit 400 in my sleep and I eat fastballs for breakfast. And I hope you have enough hair on your shriveled up beanbag to throw me a fastball. And I hope it's the ace. And I hope it's 88, flat, and puff. Because I'm taking you deep about 450 into the trees in right center. And when I'm rounding the bases, I want to know where your girlfriend's sitting. Because I'm going to wink right at her. Because I'm rounding third. I'm heading for home. I'm a blue-eyed handsome man. And I'm going to take her to the wine cellar after we pick up a victory. And she's going to find out firsthand that the one-man thrill ride is a 60-minute man. Oh, yeah! See ya, dinks!
Wrestling fans, are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
I am the voice of the voiceless.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
Sorry about your damn luck.
I deserve one more match.
It's gonna be the end of the world as you know it.
And welcome back, folks, to WrestleRant Radio, the final edition, the final live edition right here on Endicott Campus, EC Radio. I am Graham Jason Matthews, joined by RJ. How's it going today, RJ?
I'm doing good tonight. How you doing?
Doing good. We also have Jeff Stone in the building tonight.
What's up, followers?
And also we've got Cam sitting on the other side of the room.
Hello.
If you can hear that. But nonetheless, we've got Raw Talk tonight. I'm talking NECW with our special guest, Andre. Andre, how's it going tonight?
Good. How's it going?
Doing good, doing good. We got a lot to talk about here tonight. Like I said before, final live edition, 25th episode. Lot to talk about. RJ, just minutes before we went live, WWE Network, we've been saying this since day one, is a work of art.
Yes.
You even wrote a paper on it for one of your classes. It's great. You were just watching, what match, tell the viewers what match you were just watching.
I was about to watch SummerSlam 2002, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in a street fight.
Even the promo itself was amazing.
Oh, yeah. I could just watch the promo. I don't even have to watch the match.
Yeah, exactly. And that itself, the match itself is great. The pay-per-view overall is fantastic. You suggested to me last week, Judgment Day 2002, another good show. A lot of the pay-per-views from 02 to 04 were great, so go back and check that stuff out. A lot of the WWE Network stuff. The documentaries, I was watching the Big Show one a couple days ago. That was good. The John Cena one was good. Hell, I even had time to check out, even before Raw this past week, Slam City, and that is not half bad.
I will never watch that.
Yeah, I know. I realize that. It's like 2-minute episodes, but nevertheless, though, it's good stuff. But we got a lot to talk about, like I said before, Raw review. But before we get into Raw, I just want to talk a little about a show that I went to this past week, New England Championship Wrestling, the Iron 8 tournament. A lot of great wrestling on that show. Was joined by Andre on that show. We were there in attendance at the Cove Community Center here in Beverly. The next few of their shows are not at the Cove Community Center, and it works out well because they will not be here anyway to attend them. But that being said, one match that I do want to talk about specifically was the Antonio Thomas versus Jay Freddie matchup. Andre, was this a great matchup or what?
That match was simply amazing.
From start to finish, it had terrific wrestling. The guy was a great wrestler, Antonio Thomas. And you were asking me yesterday on the hashtag SGSM video if Antonio Thomas belongs in the WWE or TNA. And I responded back, yes, especially in TNA. I don't know if WWE would treat them right. They didn't the first time when he was in the Heartthrobs. But that being said, though, what are your thoughts on the on Antonio Thomas potentially being back in WWE or TNA? Would you like to see it, and why?
I would like to see it because I've seen him wrestle quite a few times. He wrestles regularly around here in Massachusetts, and sorry about that. I was just hearing myself on the radio.
Yeah, it's no problem.
And I've always found him a good wrestler. I thought he was very misused, and I thought that the gimmick they gave him was just destined to fail.
Yeah.
But I think he could always be a good mid-carder. I don't expect him to be a world champion.
Yeah.
I just think...
No.
Yeah, I think he just needs to be on a bigger platform because I think he's a very good wrestler, and he can work with a lot of great guys. Jay Freddie is more of an extreme kind of style wrestler, and he worked Jay Freddie in a good technical match.
Absolutely. The match started out a little boring in my opinion, but they really worked up to a great matchup, had a nice technical wrestling matchup from start to finish. I was not aware of Jay Freddie before this contest. I definitely am now. Antonio Thomas emerging victorious to enter the Fatal 4-Way 45-minute Iron Man matchup that took place a little later on in the night. But also, before the show, I played a little promo from the one-man thrill ride, Jimmy Preston. I saw that video a couple months ago. Someone showed it to me at the end of last year. I have met him before. I met him at an indie show a couple months ago. I saw him last month at NECW, and then I saw him again this past Saturday. I did not know the guy in the video and him were the same person until the day after. But that being said, though, what are your thoughts on the one-man thrill ride, Jimmy Preston, Andre?
I think Jimmy Preston is a pretty good wrestler. I've seen him wrestle in top rope promotions and big time wrestling. The guy is good on the mic. I think he has room to grow on the ring, but he's still young. He can. I think he really does have some it factor in him. I also like his nickname a lot, the One Man Thrill Ride. It's a really catchy nickname, and it's something I haven't heard. And I've seen him work. When I mentioned how he worked in top rope promotions, he also worked there as a heel, and he did really well as a heel there.
Yeah.
So I think he can get far if he's given the chance. Because I think he can make a great heel if he was in maybe TNA or WWE or Ring of Honor, because he's got the mic skills for it. And he's got the right voice, and he's got the look too. The dude's a pretty ripped guy.
He really is, and like you said before, he worked as a heel in other promotions, and that's when I was first exposed to him. In that promo that I just played before the show, the one about the baseball thing, and all that kind of stuff, the alumni game, he was a heel in that, and a lot of his videos on YouTube, on Twitter and stuff, he acts like a heel. And he is a de facto heel, but he also works well as a babyface too. Really enjoy the guy. Looking forward to having him on the show for an interview at some point within the next few months, if I ever catch up with him again at an indie event. But another guy that we might be having here on the show within the next few months, I contacted him over Facebook a few short days ago. A great guy. Really enjoyed his work on Saturday night at NECW Iron 8. was Damien Wayne. He lost the DAW Dog Championship to Dirty Money at one of the events a couple months ago, and now he defeated Dirty Money in the qualifying match for the 4-man, 45-minute Ironman matchup for the Iron 8 Championship this past week. So that he defeated him in a rematch, and another great match there. He was over in the main event despite being a heel, real badass competitor. Andre, what are your thoughts on Damien Wayne?
Yeah, I also noticed that he had some very Macho Man-like gear on. I think it might have been the tribute or something, but I think he impressed me a lot in his wrestling. Like, both matches he had with Dirty Money were really good matches.
They were.
Especially the first one that was for the dog title. Mm-hmm. One thing, I actually did some research. This guy's actually been wrestling for a long time. Actually in his early 40s.
Is he really? Wow.
I just was looking him up online. It says he was born in 1970 or 71. That's one thing I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely. He did not look like he was in his 40s at all. And like you said, he had a little macho vibe to him. He had the tights on. He had the pink tights. He did the top rope elbow a couple times, too. I know he did that the last show that we went to in, like, February or something like that. So, I don't know. Maybe that's as a tribute to Macho Man. I'm not exactly sure, but I thought that was pretty cool, too. But also in the main event, we had that Fatal 4-Way 45-minute Ironman matchup for not only the Iron 8 Championship, but the NECW Heavyweight Championship as well, because earlier on in the evening, Slick Wagner Brown, the current champion, had to forfeit the championship and to vacate it after suffering an injury about a month ago. It was much more serious than they thought. That news broke about a week ago when we had Sheldon Goldberg on the show. He told us that the Iron 8 tournament would be used to crown a new NECW Heavyweight Champion. That's what this matchup was used for. It pitted Brad Hollister against Antonio Thomas, El Toto Loco, and Damien Wayne. Brad Hollister, in the end, all four men ended up getting one pinfall, went into overtime. Brad Hollister hit the angle slam for the victory in the 1-2-3. The new NECW Heavyweight Champion at only 21 years old. Andre, what were your thoughts on the matchup, and do you think Brad Hollister is ready to become the NECW Heavyweight Champion?
First, I would like to say, get well soon. The Slick Wagner Brown, it's pretty upsetting that he had to lose the title so early since he won it only like about 2 or 3 events ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully he comes back with a speedy recovery. And I thought the match was very well done, and for me, it really didn't drag on. That's one of bad for Ironman matches is that they drag on, but with it being 4 competitors, it kept me much more and it had
it's a real tough task to keep the matchup interesting. I mean, it's a 45-minute Ironman matchup, not exactly 60 minutes, but still a long time. And they struggled with that in the first few, I would say in the first 15, 20 minutes or so, but they really picked up the pace down the stretch, delivered a great matchup. And it was a 4 corners match, too. Like, you had to tag in. It was only 2 people starting out the ring. Those rules went out the window a little later on. But they really had to find ways to make the match interesting because it was 45 minutes. But even still, what are your thoughts on Brad Hollister being NECW Heavyweight Champion? Do you think it was too soon, or do you think it could have been who else that could have held the championship? Jeremy Prophet or Antonio Thomas. Do you think anyone else could have deserved the title more, or do you think it was the right time to put the title on Brad Hollister?
I would have preferred them putting the title on Sean Burke, I guess, who beat her. And it would have been a better idea since that's the one who Slick Wagner Brown took the title from, get the title back from him. Brad Hollister, I think it's a little early in his career because I thought it was completely random how he won the title. And, like, he's very over with the fans. I noticed that, but I think they should have held it off a bit before pulling the trigger and just giving him the world title.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. That was a little weird, too, because they had that matchup, the qualifying matchup for the Fatal 4-Way between Sean Burke and Brad Hollister, and that matchup only went maybe 3 minutes or so, and someone sitting next to me said maybe they're doing that to keep him fresh for the main event so he can win the championship, so it seems more like a possibility, and that made a lot of sense, and then Brad Hollister ended up winning. And I was hoping for more of a matchup between the two, and I guess Sean Burke just turned babyface in an event a couple weeks ago. I was not there for that, so I was not aware of that. But even still, I do agree that the title should have gone back on Sean Burke. But nevertheless, congratulations to Brad Hollister. Should be a good world champion. The next couple of months should be a fun few months for NECW with whoever's in the title chase, whether Thomas turns heel or Sean Burke goes after the championship. Either way, it's going to be a great title chase for NECW. So, Andre, what were your overall thoughts of the Iron 8 tournament, the entire event this past Saturday night?
I thought it was one of the better events in NECW because it definitely had a lot more matches than most of it because, well, not more matches, I should say more wrestling to it.
Yeah.
Because of the tournament, and one thing I really liked in the tournament at the end is they were using very good storytelling as Brad Hollister was the only one with overtime to get the ball so you can get overtime and you can to get the submission in, and I think that was very good storytelling by them. Made the match pretty, and also the mixed tag match between Mike McCarthy, the Masshole,
Yep.
Mr. Belmont against Jimmy Preston and Damien. I know her name because I actually used to train with her sometimes when I was in the New England Pro Wrestling Academy.
Really?
I haven't been there recently yet because I have some stuff going on, but I've trained with her before.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was at the beginning. I thought it was a pretty good tag team, well, mixed tag team match. Well, one thing I found odd is they were promoting it as a mixed tag match, yet it seemed more like an intergender tag match because they had the males fight the females in the match.
Yeah, that was interesting. I've never seen something like that go down before, at least not in the last few years. I mean, that's not something that you would see in WWE or even in TNA for that matter. I thought that was pretty cool. But, well, yeah, I want to get your thoughts on this real quick, too. What are your thoughts on the Masshole Mike McCarthy? I think he could be a top superstar and somewhere like an ROH or TNA, maybe not so much in the WWE, but what are your thoughts on the Masshole?
I think he's a really good character. I actually did meet him a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
A second NECW show I went to, and he was a pretty cool guy and pretty funny. And he also let me hold the belt. He also called me a dipshit while he was there too.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think he could do really well in TNA or Ring of Honor because he has that whole CM Punk.
Yes, it's exactly what I said. Yeah.
That's what I've always thought of. He was just like.
Yeah.
More of a louder mouth version of Punk.
Like Kennedy and Punk, kind of a hybrid between the two. Mr. Kennedy.
I was actually thinking it's more of a bit of a watered down Stone Cold, but that works too.
Okay, yeah, that too. I could see that.
And yeah, I thought he was an interesting character. I liked him as soon as I saw him, and I think he can do really well in those promotions. I think he can replace Bully Ray, how he was during his run in TNA.
Yeah, because he was a top heel for a very long time before they turned him babyface. Why they did that, I'm not exactly sure. I know they have some New York shows coming up. Maybe that's why, but he was much better off as a heel. But yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So, no, go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say anyways.
No, it's okay. Well, thanks for coming on, Andre, for one thing. We've been trying to get you on here for a couple months now. We just had a lot of difficulties, a lot of conflicts and stuff like that. But thanks for coming on. It's been a blast talking NECW with you. I won't be at the next few shows, but hopefully when I'm back here on campus in August/September, I'll catch you at a show down the road. So before we let you go, you want to promote your Facebook, blog, Twitter, anything along those lines?
Sure. My Twitter is at the Innovator. It's at the. Was a hard name to really. Like, I try to mix in the Innovator only since my name is Andre Nunez. I put in the Innovator, so Innovator is pretty much just replace Ian with Ian, then you get the Twitter name. And my Facebook is, Andre Nunez.
So on Facebook, excuse me, I'm sorry, RJ is cracking up here in the room for some reason. It's just, I'm sorry. So at the AN Innovator on Twitter, Facebook, Andre Nunez as well. I tweet you all the time so people can find you that way as well, right?
Yeah.
Of course. So, Andre, thanks again for coming on. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon and see you down the road at NECW show. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you down the road, too.
No problem. See you down the road, buddy. Bye. That was Andre, folks. Thanks for coming on, Andre. That was a great time. RJ, are you okay? You composed now?
I'm fine now.
I'm sorry.
Anything makes this kid laugh. So.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is this really hot in here, people? Like, that's
is.
a reality right now? It's
there.
fucking burning. You put four 19, 20-year-old kids in one room. There we go. We got the door open now, folks. I'm sorry. I'm coming off a cold, too, so I apologize. My voice... Yeah, I know. My voice sounds like shit. It's funny, too, because the first ever show that I did, like 6 or 7 months ago when I first started doing the show, I had a cold. What?
What, do you have, pneumonia?
Yeah, I had pneumonia. Yeah, exactly. I had fucking pneumonia, yeah. So...
Last show.
Yeah, it's our last show. Better make this a good one, folks. So we got Monday Night Raw last night. Monday Night Raw last night. We better make this entertaining because the show last night was not entertaining, in my opinion. But it was a decent show.
It had its moments.
It definitely had its moments, yeah. So let's talk about the biggest thing right now. Daniel Bryan is undergoing surgery this Thursday, neck surgery.
Yep.
And has to possibly relinquish the world title. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to wait until after the surgery to deem whether he's okay to wrestle. Not really sure right now. So, RJ, what was your immediate reaction when you heard the news? Do you expect the title to be vacated? And whatever else, whatever your thoughts are in the situation.
Well, I saw earlier yesterday that he had there was like the breaking news that he had the neck injury, and I wasn't sure like if that was either going to wait till Payback to like maybe win it then vacate it, but I don't know. I hope they don't vacate it because then who would win it? Obviously, I feel like there's not enough contenders that could win it, but hopefully he's just out for a little bit and can defend it at Payback.
I mean, I don't see Kane winning the championship, to be quite honest with you. That'd be a little weird, and I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Kane is champion, and he's leaving, too, to go promote See No Evil 2.
Thank God.
So, thank God, RJ, Jeff says. Why do you say that, Jeff?
Kane? Kane's leaving?
Yes.
I hate Kane.
You hate Kane?
I don't think anybody here, wants to be around.
I like Kane, but I'm not saying I want to see him as champion, though.
I mean, both. I don't want to see him as champion, and I really don't want to see him wrestle anymore. I think it's time.
I hear you. Big Show too, right?
It's time to hang up the
No,
boots.
Big Show can stay.
Big Show can
Big Show's
stay.
not wrestled
Big
in
Show
like
can stay.
10 years.
He doesn't get the spotlight that Kane gets right now. So.
That's a good point.
I mean, if you have Kane come in like once every 3 weeks, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. Big Show, same thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't wrestle that much anymore either, so that's
right.
Good. At least he's keeping the spotlight to the younger guys like the Shield and Evolution, which we'll get to in a minute. But the injury for Daniel Bryan really came out of nowhere. It's a neck injury. A lot of people, like you were saying before the show, RJ, that you expect him to be back by Payback. Is that correct?
I hope so. What are they going to do with the championship if he's not back in time?
I have no idea, but I mean, it's neck surgery, so I don't know how. It's a serious situation, obviously, but I don't know how soon he will be back. You know what I mean?
But I feel like if they vacate, then I feel like guys that don't deserve it right now might get it and ruin what they have. If anything, just have Lesnar come back now and just give him the title.
Yeah, might
just
as
hand
well,
it to him. Literally just hand it to him.
Brock Lesnar, yeah.
Let Lesnar take it off of
yes,
body.
No, this is what they should do. If he can't wrestle at Payback, literally should have him versus Lesnar versus Kane, buried alive, end Kane, and then he wins the title. Then he beat Kane and Undertaker. Beat both Brothers of Destruction and the Streak. And literally say, here's another $1 million, and we need you for an extra couple months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was that, Jeff?
Call it a career. Once you do that,
call it a career.
But, they need someone that's credible enough to hold the title.
Yeah, who could that be, though?
Exactly. Like Lesnar.
Reigns.
No, they're not.
Realistically, though. Because I don't expect Brock Lesnar to be back. It would be awesome. I know it's some money, but I don't expect him to be back.
I don't know. Vince can...
On the main roster.
On the main roster right now?
Yeah. Sheamus is a no-go.
There's too many people that are in feud. All the good people are in feud, so you can't just end feuds to have them a championship. Yeah. Unless they did Cena versus Bray Wyatt for the championship.
Yeah.
Which could, but then we all know that Bray Wyatt's going to win.
Yeah.
But I feel like that'd be forced. It would be a forced win, though, because I feel like he doesn't deserve it right now.
Yeah, good point.
But Roman Reigns wouldn't.
None of the Shield members right now.
Like I said, if anything, just do Wyatt versus Cena for the vacated title.
Yeah.
If it has to come down to that, then that's what they have to do.
Yeah.
Or just hand it to Lesnar, which he deserves.
Now, I was telling you before the show too that there's no bigger way that Daniel Bryan could have won the WWE World Heavyweight title than in the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So if he drops the title now, then wins it back at SummerSlam or whatever, I don't know, it's just not going to feel the same, you know what I mean? So I'd be fine with him keeping the title and then maybe appearing on the show, maybe doing a via Skype thing, I don't know. But if they pulled the Dolph Ziggler where he was gone for a month and then came back and had him drop the championship, I hope not.
Yeah, no.
They've done it before, so I won't doubt that they will do it again. But I guess only time will tell. So who would you put your money on being the champion if they had to vacate it from Daniel Bryan?
I'd say Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
Either Bray Wyatt or John Cena.
I'd say Bray.
Hope it's
over
not
John.
Cena.
No, yeah, I hope not either. Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, because John won WrestleMania. I feel like Bray would get it, yeah.
Or Bray won it.
Or they could just say...
yeah, but I feel like
I don't know. I
Bray
feel like
earns it.
Bray deserves to win, but I don't know if he should. I don't know.
I don't
if he
know.
will.
I could also see him giving it to Cena though, because I feel like this whole Bray Wyatt Cena feud's kind of sucked the whole time.
Cena's had it before too, right?
Yeah,
Oh, God, like
he's had it
15
like 10 times.
Yeah.
But it also just brings like the prestige of someone that's actually like credible to win
That's-
it.
That'll separate him from the Wyatt family.
Because then, like, what would that make it? Bray Wyatt, like, all of a sudden he's champion now, and then he'll drop it when Daniel. If he'd probably, who would they have more? Like, they've already done the Cena feud so long. Then who would he feud with next?
Yeah, that's
he's
a
a
good
heel
point, too.
now. They have no big faces anymore.
Yeah.
Besides Cena and Bryan, and
Yeah.
then they said that Sheamus is going to go heel.
Bring Rock back?
They're not going to bring Rock back.
Rock's not coming back in that.
Like, I feel like they would have to keep it on Cena because then they already have limited faces
Yeah.
and they have limited heels. And no, CM Punk's not coming back to win the title, people.
Yeah,
so don't
yeah.
say that. If he
Punk
does,
is
I
not
will.
coming back.
I was gonna say that, but
If he does, I'd be so pissed. But
I would love it, but I don't think it's coming back.
give it to Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, give it to Cody Rhodes and have him versus Goldust for the title at Payback or SummerSlam, like we said a couple months ago. That'd be
Good championship
pretty
match.
beautiful.
Him
Yeah.
versus Goldust. Terrible.
Goldust, you think he's terrible?
He's so bad.
Goldust?
Goldust.
Goldust?
Give it to Hornswoggle.
Thank you.
Yeah, give it to do a rematch between El Torito and Hornswoggle for the championship.
Hey,
Let's do
Sheamus
that.
could
Sheamus?
possibly.
No, he already has a belt.
No, I would have said Sheamus like 2 weeks ago, but
my belt.
he's got a title now.
Good. Oh yeah, that's very good. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the US
Yeah,
title.
like I said, if
fella.
anything, they'll probably do Cena versus Wyatt for the title. If it
Yeah.
has to be vacated, then
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it to Kane. Literally, if Daniel Bryan does not come back, I literally see them just taking Kane and throwing him off TV. Because there's no point of having him around. And then
He's
they'll
got
be
nothing
like,
to do.
they'll be like, here's
Should've been
a
gone by
long
now.
vacation that you obviously
He's just
need.
gonna
Yeah.
torment
But
Bella, one of the.
Oh, God, yeah.
girlfriend the whole,
She's
like, time
terrible.
gone, so.
But hopefully he's back in time and they can do the Buried Alive match. But if not, it's going to be Cena versus Wyatt for the title.
Yeah, Brie Bella, I like Brie Bella and like Total Divas and stuff, but she's a terrible actor.
yeah.
Obviously,
She's
she's
terrible.
not. She's a model, not an actor.
Yeah, she's a better wrestler than she is an actor, so
Better face.
don't quit your day job, honey.
Yeah.
So, that being said, though, that whole feud and then Kane beating up Daniel Bryan, hopefully that comes to an end. We don't see that feud resume when Daniel Bryan comes back.
Another thing I don't get with that feud, like, what's the big, like, Stephanie McMahon, like...
Why is, I don't know. We
I
said
don't-
this last week, but he doesn't trust Stephanie, so why is he trusting her? You
Right.
know what I mean?
Well, he's technically
Like he should.
not. He hasn't really trusted her yet, really.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, like, we'll bring your car out front, you've got a match, we'll keep Brie safe, stay in this room, or we'll keep Brie safe.
Well, they left the room anyways, but...
Yeah, I don't know. That was just her whole involvement in this is just dumb.
Yeah.
Because Triple H is busy with the Shield, so I guess she's filling it. I don't know, but there's that. So speaking of the Shield, last night we had 3 different segments with Evolution and the Shield. Kicking off the show, we had the Shield responding to Evolution. Evolution responded to the Shield later on in the night. Main event Batista versus Roman Reigns ended in a DQ win for Roman Reigns. Ends the show with the Shield taking out all 11 people that they faced in a handicap matchup a couple weeks ago and standing tall once again to close the show. So, RJ, what are your thoughts on the feud overall and all the animosity between the two tandems after last night's Raw?
I like the feud. I like the feud to the point that just Evolution and the Shield. I think like the involvement of all the 11 heels that they keep bringing out kind of makes Evolution look way weaker than they really
It does,
should be
yeah.
looked at. But
And I love the Shield going over as strongly as they are,
Yeah, but I
they
feel
need
like-
to get an upper hand at some point.
exactly, Evolution does eventually need to get the upper hand in the feud. But I feel like they need these 11 guys to get the upper hand, which
Yeah.
kind of makes them weak and it kind of waters down.
It's Evolution, I mean.
Exactly,
I
but
like how Batista kind of stepped up last night. You know.
Batista, I don't know. I don't think he deserves the hate that he gets, to be quite honest with you.
Oh,
Batista?
I'm liking what he's doing right now.
As do
I'm
I.
gonna miss him if he
Yes.
goes.
Thank you. You're not gonna miss him?
That's your opinion.
His documentary is on the network as well, by the way.
Oh, we're gonna watch that.
That's a good one.
I'm watching that.
Batista's is good. They're coming out with another one from
Orton's on Saturday night.
Orton's is? That's a good one too. I said that a couple months ago. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
go
like
check
how
that out.
Batista separated himself right there last night, kicking Roman Reigns out. I was digging that.
Yeah, because they were the final two people in the Rumble this year, so made sense.
And Roman Reigns should have won.
Roman Reigns should have won. That whole finish was complete bullshit. But anyway, there's that whole feud going on. Oh, and another question for you: who do you see, or what kind of match do you see between the two teams taking place at Payback? The match has already been announced, but
I think there's going to be a stip, obviously.
There will be a stip, and they probably will add it at some point, maybe tonight on SmackDown, next week on Raw. I don't know, but Triple H was saying that the gloves are coming off, all this kind of stuff. So, what kind of matchup do you see happening?
For some reason, I feel like it'll be like somewhat of an elimination match, and then ending. I could do like Elimination Chamber would be sick if they did that.
Oh yeah, or what about? I don't want to see this. People have been pitching this for years now.
War games.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to see that.
I don't see that happening.
I don't see it happening. It's just too big.
Yeah, no. It's a WCW thing. Vince McMahon is not going to bring in something from WCW, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I think Elimination Chamber would actually be pretty sick, though.
That would be cool, though, yes.
But I think it would come down, obviously, Reigns and Triple H. I think Triple H would get the upper hand.
Yeah.
Just to continue the feud and pretty much just, keep the feud between him and Roman Reigns as like the two alpha dogs of their own faction. Keep it going till SummerSlam, because they only have one pay-per-view after Payback to continue the feud. They have one.
Money in the Bank and then Battleground.
The Battleground?
Yeah, that's in July, yeah.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
They're going to push that feud way too long than it should be. But
yeah, Triple H and Roman Reigns, yeah. They'll probably give it away at Battleground. Not maybe even Money in the Bank, I don't know, but I'm just assuming. I hope they drag it out, but you never know. Just have to wait and see.
You could drag it out like have Money in the Bank, he screws over Roman Reigns.
Yeah, just give it a break and then, go back to it, revisit it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like the feud as a whole. I just hate how they make Evolution look weaker than they actually should be.
Yeah, hopefully they get their heat back either next week or the week after before the pay-per-view. Otherwise, fans have no reason to believe that Evolution will win. Yeah. And they probably will, which is fine because the Shield won in Extreme Rules. They set up a rubber match. That's fine. So, I like the feud as well. It's a dream feud of mine. The match was great at Extreme Rules. Match of the night, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to the rematch at Payback. But that took up a majority of the show last night. We just had a lot of random filler segments and stuff like that.
Rusev.
Yeah, let's talk about racist Rusev real quick.
Yeah.
Taking out. Quick. 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to talk about.
2 minutes to talk about Rusev. Yeah. Taking out Xavier Woods, R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, and now Big E after he interrupted my boy, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, promoting Legends House. We'll talk about that later, too. It was a great show last week. But, what do you think about racist Rusev right now?
I think it's just...
Have your thoughts on him changed at all?
Nothing's changed. He's still the same guy.
He's Russian now. Everything's changed.
I just think it's so dumb. Like, they literally have no direction for him, so they just keep taking these low-card, mid-card guys and just throwing them. It's not... I don't think they're personally doing it because they're black, but...
No, yeah,
it's honestly
getting a little... that they're all black, so...
But it's kind of... I don't know, I just feel like... Is this how low Big E's going to fall?
Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. They lost all faith in him.
Yeah, he's falling like a brick right now. He's going to lose to Rusev, too. He's not going to beat Rusev.
Did you watch NXT during his title reign?
Who, Big E?
Big E,
Not really.
You didn't?
No.
He had that 5-count gimmick going on. He was extremely over, and he didn't have any... Like, on the main roster, he has no personality at all.
Yeah, because he's not good on the mic, that's why.
He's not, but, like, if you follow him on, like, Twitter or Instagram or whatever, he shows a lot of personality online, but he doesn't,
does he
like,
do
in the
his
ring.
Own social media?
What?
Does he do his own?
He does, yeah.
He does? Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think maybe he just doesn't get the chance. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. They like to do it on television. But even so, yeah, Rusev.
Barrett fight last night?
Barrett? No, Barrett wasn't even on the show.
Oh, yeah, and Sheamus had a couple of waste matches.
That was weird.
It was so stupid.
Why did he face Curtis Axel, beat him in like 3 minutes? Had a good match with Ryback. I thought that was a good matchup, but Sheamus won, and that was it. So there was like no point to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you see happening for Sheamus?
Suppose he's going to turn... He's supposed to be a heel now, or turn heel?
Yeah, someone said that he turned heel last week on Raw with the Battle Royal. That's a load of BS.
Yeah, it's a lot of BS, because no one would have... Just because he beat him doesn't make him a heel.
It planted the seeds.
If anything, maybe if Batista... I don't want him to be in Evolution, because I think that would be so stupid.
So stupid.
No. I can't see him wearing a suit. I've said for a while now.
Yeah, I couldn't see Kane wearing a suit either.
That's a good point too, and he was.
Yeah, but
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. But I don't know. I just feel like he wouldn't be a good. He's like not Evolution, so.
No.
I feel like if they did that, it'd just be a force to keep the feud going on with the Shield. But pretty much, I didn't even see. I don't think Barrett was on. You said he wasn't.
No.
So
probably
he's
down SmackDown.
Yeah, but
Can I throw this out there?
Go right ahead.
Batista leaves Evolution. Roman Reigns, after he's done with his feud with Triple H, joins Evolution.
So let's talk about this. A lot of people have speculated that, so I want to talk about that. Would you want to see that happen, and do you see it happening, RJ?
I think he's good.
What, him eventually joining Evolution?
Roman Reigns, yeah.
I feel like Triple H won't be that much longer, so I could see it, but I just don't.
Give like 2 years, maybe.
If anything, they would do like SummerSlam, whoever wins joins other faction, and I don't think Triple H would join the Shield, so obviously I think, but I could see it to the point. I could see the point because he is like a second generation superstar, or third, whatever generation it is.
It's kind of like mirror Batista's a little bit.
No,
too.
mirrors Orton being like the generation guy coming up young.
It's a mix of all of them. Like you take Triple H, Orton, Batista, throw them in one, you've got Roman Reigns.
Right.
But I don't know. I wouldn't be too against him being in the Evolution. I think I'd rather have him in Evolution than Sheamus, obviously.
Yeah.
But obviously in the Shield right now, I just think once the Shield breaks up, where's that put Ambrose and Rollins, which kind of suck for them. But
yeah, they're great too. They should all be equally treated well after the Shield breaks up. They're all great. Right. So
I would say run the Shield dry. And
as long as
exactly
you possibly
throw the
can.
Shield down our throats until it's
Yeah. They're as hot as hell right now. There's no reason to break them up anytime soon. Their matches are tremendous. So yeah, run them dry like you said, Jeff. But if that was to happen, have Reigns join the Evolution faction, I don't see it happening, if only because they're trying to make Roman Reigns into this next top babyface. That I don't think they would turn him heel this quickly. Maybe in a couple years they might turn him or something, but I don't even see Evolution as a long-term thing. I just see it as a one-time thing until Batista leaves and Randy Orton goes back after the title. I don't want to see him as champion, by the way, either. So why? Because he was champion before. And I don't want, when Daniel Bryan comes back, I don't want to see another series of matches between them.
The one thing I could see him, because like maybe does join Evolution at some point, then goes on to wins something in Evolution, then it sparks up the Triple H Roman Reigns feud again. Then he goes over as the babyface, kind of what they did with Orton and Triple H back in the day. Even though Orton lost the title in a month.
Yeah, they buried him. Yeah.
It's still what it is, but
I guess I could see that happening, but I don't know. I just don't see anyone joining the other faction, especially, obviously any member of the Evolution faction joining the Shield, but I don't think that should happen. I think Roman Reigns is the most over guy out of everyone in the Shield right now. They're all over, but I mean, Seth Rollins is tremendous.
They're obviously pushing for Roman Reigns to be over more. He finishes all the matches pretty much.
He was the one that took the beating, a majority of the beating at last night's Raw.
Yeah, he should have.
He's got the best moveset.
Well, that's not
Seth Rollins is the best in the ring, but he makes him pop with that spear, though. That's a sick-ass spear.
The crowd loves what Roman Reigns does.
They do.
Seth Rollins is good, but
they go crazy for that Superman punch.
Exactly. I go crazy.
Yeah. So, that was that feud. I'm looking forward to that. Shield versus Evolution 2 at Payback. But yeah, we didn't really have much else on Raw last night. We had Fandango and Layla making out after Dolph Ziggler beat him. Like, any thoughts on that at all? I mean, that was dumb.
Random segments.
It's really stupid. The furthering of the Cody Rhodes heel turn. We'll talk about this briefly too. What?
He won.
He did win, but he did the eye rake on Damien Sandow. So it's supposed to be a furthering of the heel turn that has to utilize dirty tactics in order to win matches. So that was that. But I want to talk about this real quick, though. Alicia Fox versus Paige. Did you see this, by the way? Because I know
I watched it.
You watched this. The match wasn't actually half bad. The crowd didn't care.
It wasn't that bad, no.
And Alicia Fox is good. She's not great, but she's good. And after the matchup, she kind of went crazy, had a meltdown and all this kind of stuff. Do you see this leading to anything, or is this kind of a one-off thing?
Kind of just to get her off TV, probably.
Get her off TV? Like what, for the time being or whatever? Yeah.
I feel like she's not a huge contender, so...
Not at all, but I mean, I think she's a bigger contender than someone like an Oksana or whatever. And I don't know who else...
You're pulling out like the low.
Yeah.
Lowest of the low.
Do you think Natalya could turn heel to feud with Paige for the title after what happened last night on Raw? And Cameron should be the one to go heel. I freaking hate her.
Well, Cameron sucks, so that's why
she's terrible.
They'd have to turn one of the Bellas or Natalya heel.
It's probably going to be Natalya.
And I hate Natalya as a heel.
Yeah, I hate Natalya the person. I like Natalya the wrestler, which is funny, but the personality that we've seen on Total Divas, maybe she's not actually like that. Maybe they just show her bad traits, but I don't know, but from what I've seen on Total Divas, she's annoying as hell too. No one beats Cameron in my opinion, but Natalia is up there.
Cameron, but Natalia's second fiddle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind if they start. I don't know. I feel like they're missing AJ a lot right now.
She'll be back soon. I'm glad they're holding off until her return, though. I'm glad that she's not back in a month. They're going to wait, so that's good. They need to build up to that until SummerSlam or the July pay-per-view, so that's good. So at least the Divas division is a little more interesting right now.
It's somewhat in the air right now.
She
doesn't really have any credible opponents.
Yeah, because they don't have enough talent in there. So, yeah, I definitely agree with you. It's not as interesting as it should be.
No, it's not they don't have enough talent. They have too many baby faces. The issue. They have no heels.
They got to turn someone heel. Yeah, especially with Paige up. Yeah, I definitely agree. With AJ's the only one. I think
Paige should have been a heel, but
Paige, she will be a heel at some point. If they do the Emma Paige feud at some point, and that should be like the Trish Stratus Lita feud, in my opinion, of the current generation, because they are best friends in real life. Paige should definitely be the heel.
Obviously, Emma would be a terrible heel.
Emma, oh yeah, absolutely. She could be like an annoying heel, but Paige, if you've seen her work in NXT, like her mic work, she comes off like a complete snob, sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like a little prissy bitch sometimes. It's funny. I love Paige, but she does come off that way sometimes. So yeah, she's like a perfect heel when she eventually turns. But there's that. We had Cena and the Usos versus the Wyatt family last night. You didn't see that matchup? It was a good matchup, but Cena and Usos went over. Really nothing
I feel like
notable
the Usos
there.
have been kind of treading water.
They have no tag teams for them to face except for the Wyatt family. They'll probably do that at Payback, and I hope they do. That'd be a good match. Do you see the Wyatts taking the titles or no?
It could. I don't know.
I could see that happening, but I think it's too soon. Too soon. But, yeah, that was the majority of Raw in a nutshell. I mean, we really didn't have much last night. We just kind of had the basics with the Shield and Evolution and Daniel Bryan announcing his injury, so we had that. But, yeah, your overall thoughts on the show, RJ?
It was just all right.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was middle of the road.
It was better than some of the past for us.
No memorable thing really came out of it.
Yeah.
Really.
It's kind of a filler week for the most part. Next week they're in England, though, and they're always great in England. They have good crowds in England.
Yeah.
They do.
What are you expecting next week?
What do I expect next week?
What do you expect?
I don't know what I expect, but it's going to be awesome.
All right.
England crowds are crazy. Like, the crowds we've been getting in recent weeks, I don't know if it's the shows that we're getting or what, but the crowds have not been good.
Where have they been, though, is the issue.
Yeah, they went to, friggin' Nashville a couple weeks ago.
New Jersey.
No, Extreme Rules was good.
Extreme Rules, right.
That was good.
They had Albany was the night after. Not the best crowd. They've been going to kind of the filler cities pretty much.
Any crowd that chants "We want CM Punk" is not a good crowd. That starts chanting.
Well, they get Chicago soon, a Payback. Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's gonna be funny. Can't wait for that. But yeah, let's talk about the WWE Network for a little bit. We had Legends House last week. We had Total Divas last Sunday night. What else did we really have? NXT. Let's talk about NXT. I thought NXT last week was tremendous. I thought it was great. We had, what did we have last week? We had that Battle Royal closing out the show to name a new number one contender for the NXT title, and it was a three-way tie between Tyler Breeze, Tyson Kidd, and Sami Zayn. Yeah. What were your thoughts on the matchup, and what are your expectations for that triple threat, and who do you see winning?
I didn't see the triple. I didn't see any NXT because I was watching the NFL draft, which is way more important.
That is true. That is true.
NXT, so I did not see any of it.
But you can always go back and watch it on demand.
Exactly. I saw the ending, and who is it? Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze. I don't know. I think Tyson Kidd would probably win the triple threat because he's been getting pushed a lot.
Any one of them is good in my opinion.
Exactly. And who's the champion?
Adrian Neville.
Well, then, I don't know. He's not really a heel, though. But if you could do
they could do two faces.
I guess, but
yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be a great match.
I don't think Tyler Breeze is ready yet to be a champion. So
he's good though.
Sami Zayn would be, but I feel like they're pushing Tyson Kidd a little bit down our throats on NXT lately. So.
Tyson Kidd, yeah, he's good though. He deserves it. If he's not going to get pushed in the main roster or even be shown in the main roster, might as well be pushed down in NXT. So
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so NXT I think is doing pretty well. They got the Takeover special in a couple weeks. Arrival was awesome.
Yeah. So
Takeover should be pretty good as well. Live on the WWE Network, the final Thursday, I think May 29th, Thursday. A 2-hour special, so that's going to be good. What else? I mean, there's TNA, but I can't really think of what happened on TNA last week, but we have a lot of notable departures from TNA in recent weeks. We had...
Kurt Angle got hurt, too.
Kurt Angle got hurt.
And TNA? I did not know that.
He's like
Kurt Angle?
40-something.
Yeah. But he got hurt last week with an ACL injury. He's going to be out for 5 to 6 months, and right around the time that he'll be better, his contract expires. So I think he's yeah, go back to the WWE. Royal Rumble 2015 theme goes off. In Philly, I think it's in Pennsylvania too. Oh no, wait, no, that was this year. Never mind. Wait, maybe it's not.
Graham.
I don't know. Sorry.
Come on, Graham.
Come on, Graham.
Come on, Graham.
Apologize. Botching on the air
I'll
here.
look right now.
Yeah, right. So we had many notable TNA departures that we had. Bad Influence, Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. We had Chris Sabin.
Kazarian got cut?
Kazarian's gone, yeah. Wow. And Hernandez, too, so he was
gone. I loved Hernandez.
You loved Hernandez?
Super
really?
Max.
Yeah.
I loved him.
Yeah, he's gone, too. He hasn't been used in the last couple months. So what are your thoughts on the recent departures from TNA Impact Wrestling?
Who was it? Kazarian, Chris Daniels, and...
Chris Sabin and Hernandez.
Wait, Christopher Daniels still there?
He's gone.
He's gone, too?
Yeah, he's gone.
Jesus. I don't know. When I used to watch Impact, I feel like... Them four, Sabin kind of was hurt for a while, but Hernandez...
They were the reason to watch the show.
Exactly. They were very good. I liked
the originals are great, and they're getting rid of them.
Kazarian and Chris Daniels. I don't know. I guess they're trying to go for a new move. Guess they're going to push Willow more than...
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, I guess from what I've read, and, dirt sheets are hit or miss, but they've been saying, like, they're going for a new youth movement. But that being said, though... Why are you signing guys like Bobby Lashley, who wasn't even on the show? Hasn't been on the show in like a month and a half.
Yeah.
They signed him for no reason. I like Bobby Lashley, but they haven't used him at all, so that was a waste of a signing.
He's one of those guys that Vince got a hardo on because he's huge. And he won
WrestleMania.
He won the ECW Heavyweight Championship, and that's the best thing he ever did, and he beat Umaga like 3 times.
Yeah.
But besides that, I feel like he'd never... I think he was one of those guys that was never good in the ring or very that...
On the mic either.
Yeah. And he just got pushed because he was a big body and could have a decent moveset.
Yeah.
But I think he sucks. So
yeah, he's not good. I like Bobby.
They can have him. I can care less. He sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like TNA's pretty much treading water right now, waiting for WWE to buy him out. But
main event of Impact last week. Just remember this: MVP turning heel on
Eric
Young.
That's stupid.
That was dumb. Now we've got 2 heel authority figures in TNA.
And now we got
MVP versus Eric Young. Yeah. And the title match at Slammiversary. What are your thoughts on that?
What is it, him versus Eric Young?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Is that a main event worthy matchup? Maybe for TNA, I don't know.
MVP couldn't even touch the freaking World Heavyweight Championship on SmackDown when it sucked.
Yeah.
That's how bad TNA is.
What was
it was in Pittsburgh last year.
It was, yeah.
Damn it!
That sucks. But check where they are for 2015. I think they're still in Pennsylvania next year, just a different city. I think they're in Philadelphia next week. Or next year for the Royal Rumble.
I would go nuts.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, his 90-day lapse that you have to go through, that no compete clause, would expire right in time for the Rumble. Go back for WrestleMania, one more match, maybe against D-Bry. Would be a sexy-ass matchup, but merely my opinion.
Kid loves sexy.
I know, it's a well-used phrase. It's a sexy matchup, isn't it, Jeff?
It's a sexy matchup.
Just, I don't know, the way that he's like, that's just, I don't know, I don't like the taste of it.
You don't like the taste of it?
You're ranting, right?
Well, it's WrestleRant Radio, so.
Get back to the wrestling, though.
But, what was I going to say? We got Eric Young.
WWE's looking to hold the event in Philadelphia.
Royal Rumble or WrestleMania?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And looking to hold Elimination Chamber in Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis.
For Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, he sucks.
I could see that happening, yeah.
He needs to go back to the heel Lawler. He was the best.
Or go away. He doesn't care the product at all.
JBL sucks.
JBL.
They turned him as a heel announcer, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not as funny.
He's not as good as Jerry Lawler used to be. He used to be the
Jerry Lawler was great. It's funny because you go back into the network. It's kind of a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Because you go back and watch how good some of the aspects of whatever you're watching used to be compared to now. Like the commentary blew today's out of the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially Jerry Lawler. When I was watching Judgment Day, it was freaking hilarious. But
him when the Divas wrestled was hilarious. He used to go nuts.
Oh yeah, puppies and shit. Yeah, it was great. Classic Lawler. Even
Lawler
despite being like a 6-year-old,
dry too in the video.
Yeah.
He's a king. I swear, JR. He's a king. He killed him. Ken used to be the man. Now he sucks. Now he just wears a Ed Hardy t-shirt every night at Raw.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Jerry Lawler.
Hef always points it out too.
Do you really?
Every week he wears like an Ed Hardy t-shirt and JBL and Cole are wearing like a shirt and tie.
Yeah, just phoning it in every single week. Oh yeah, he looks like a. Who does he look like? He looks like
hair implants, honestly.
He does. He looks like Mermaid Man from SpongeBob, doesn't he?
Like
does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he looks like.
That, yeah.
Whenever he wrestles, that's what he looks like. But Yeah, so that's TNA. Anything really else going on in the world of wrestling? I mean, I didn't think we had much to talk about this week because there was nothing really going on Raw.
It wasn't. They've been showing In Your House.
In Your House. I saw that.
I'm trying to think the name of it. Like going back to Hell, Cold Day in Hell or something.
Yeah.
I didn't see much of it, but I saw it yesterday and today they had it on there. But
yeah, it
was like Farouk versus Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah, I saw it today. Yeah,
and I didn't really watch the match because I could only imagine how terrible it was.
Yeah. The
I saw that today
Jackson.
when I was looking around, but
yeah.
I don't know. They haven't really had anything. I don't know. The programming, regular day program, hasn't been that good lately.
That's not it hasn't been good. Just nothing newsworthy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
when's
we'll
Payback? 2 weeks.
Yeah, summer usually heats up, so I'm looking forward to that. But like I asked you last week, what pay-per-view do you suggest that the viewers watch this week? Like I said last time, like usually I like to watch something from around this time. You know what I mean? Like from the month of May.
I don't know exactly what happened, but the year that Lesnar won King of the Ring was a good one, I think.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, that was like the following pay-per-view, I think.
I think it was the next one after Judgment Day.
It was, yeah.
Right now.
Go back.
I think it was King of the Ring.
King of the Ring 02.
And he destroyed RVD to win the...
He did, yes.
Oh,
I remember that.
You're watching that today.
No, that was like, they showed that before the Lesnar versus The Rock match.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did, yeah.
And RVD had like the tiger singlet on. He got
yeah. He was IC champion at the time, I think.
Yeah, and Lesnar made him look like a clown.
Yeah.
People.
So, yeah, really nothing much going on in the world of wrestling right now. I mean, Raw was okay. Like I said, Payback. I think it was in 2 weeks, and it's pretty much it. I mean,
where's Payback?
Payback's in Chicago.
Oh yeah, right.
Where CM Punk
CM Punk
returning. Will be there. Confirmed.
Confirmed he's going to be there?
He will be. He was spotted at his home on Sunday, which means he's going to be there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I actually believe that, Graham.
Well, it's like
I actually believe
that.
CM
Punk.
Well, it's true.
All right, so they had I don't know. It's all right, I guess. They had RVD versus Jericho, Lesnar versus Test, Jamie Noble versus the Hurricane. That's a shit match. I don't know. It's 11 minutes, so that'd be somewhat decent. Flair versus Guerrero. Mighty Molly versus Trish Stratus.
Okay.
Angle versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Lesnar versus RVD. And Undertaker versus Triple H for the WWE Undisputed Championship.
I heard that matchup wasn't great, though. Everything else should be good, though.
Besides Jamie Noble and the Hurricane.
That, too. But,
no, Vengeance 02 is good, too, I think. That's the next one.
Oh, that was, what is it? Undertaker versus Rock versus Triple H, right? Or no? It was Rock Taker, and Benoit, right?
versus Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. That's a kick-ass match.
Lesnar versus RVD for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Booker T versus Big Show, no disqualification match. John Cena versus Jericho. Hardy versus Regal. Dudley's versus Guerrero and Benoit in a tables match.
Ooh.
Jamie Noble versus Billy Kidman in a Cruiserweight Championship match. And the Un-Americans versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Edge.
That's a good pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then go back and watch all the pay-per-views from 02. Because like we were saying before, SummerSlam 02 was a great show. Epic show. A lot of the SummerSlams are better than WrestleMania most times, I think. Because that SummerSlam was awesome.
First against WrestleMania?
Yeah. Sometimes it is.
Nah, yeah, it's stretching it, Graham.
Last year it was. SummerSlam was better than WrestleMania last year.
I think last year?
Yeah. WrestleMania 29 sucked. SummerSlam 2013 was great. WrestleMania 29? Yeah, you enjoyed it? You liked it?
SummerSlam 2013?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I'll look right now, Graham. I'll let you know how I feel.
Okay.
I feel like you like some of the shit matches I could care less about. But.
Well, it depends. The top 3 matches were good,
RVD defeated Dean Ambrose singles match for the United States Championship.
Yeah, that was okay.
By DQ.
Yeah, that was in the pre-show.
Hey, yawn. Bray Wyatt versus Kane in a Ring of Fire match. I think that was good. I was going to say it was good, but never mind then. It sucked, guys.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow.
That was a good match.
Yeah, that's okay. Alberto Del Rio versus Christian.
Very good match. Very good
Yawn.
match. It was a good match.
Natalia versus Brie Bella.
Awesome match.
Terrible. Lesnar beat the shit out of CM Punk,
quoting. That was a great match.
Sick match, obviously, because Lesnar won. Dolph Ziggler versus Big E.
No, Dolph.
Daniel Bryan versus John Cena was good, and then Randy Orton versus Daniel. Okay, I don't even know why they have that as a match.
Well,
so two good matches.
There's 3 good matches. Del Rio Christian was good.
No, you love Christian. He sucks.
And Bray Wyatt and King, you said was good too.
You said it sucked.
And I said Christian versus Del Rio was good.
Yeah,
and you didn't believe me.
I hate Del Rio, so I still think 29 was better, but
29 was not good. 29 it was better than 27.
That great.
27 was not good.
Okay, don't even get me started on 27.
Yeah, I'm gonna review that in my next WrestleRant video.
27 is definitely the highlight of
the best ever.
the past like
26 I like.
26 was good.
I'll look at 29. I don't remember who fought.
Cena and Rock was not good.
Okay, because we saw it already, but...
No, I mean, not even that. I mean, the match wasn't good. Rock just was not in the shape that he should have been in.
What?
You're good than that.
No, the match was good. It just, we've seen it already, and we already knew Cena was going to win. It was too predictable. All right, Miz versus Barrett. Yawn.
Yeah, no.
Shield defeats Randy Orton, Sheamus, Big Show. That was a good match. Mark Henry versus Ryback.
That
Yawn.
sucked.
Hell No versus Ziggler and Langston. I like that match, but that's me.
That was like a Raw match.
Okay. It was good. It was good, people.
It was decent.
Fandango defeats Chris Jericho. Yawn. Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. Yawn. Undertaker versus CM Punk was a good match. Triple H versus Lesnar was a good match. And then Cena Rock was something we already seen. So, nah.
Yeah,
Overall, 29 sounds better, I'll be honest.
I don't know. 29 had its moments, but it did have some other... The filler... I feel like the filler matches of 29 were better than the fillers
It just
of
sounds
SummerSlam.
better also on paper.
It paled in comparison to the WrestleMania of the year before. Maybe that's why it was so disappointing.
I feel like the one before wasn't that good either.
WrestleMania 28 was pretty good.
It was good, but like... Try to say. I'm just going to go through it. I have it all right here in my hands. Right here.
You got the whole world
Stop.
in your
Oh,
hands.
God, please.
Who'd CM Punk
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
that year?
What, 28? Jericho.
On. Sheamus versus Bryan sucked. Kane versus Orton.
What, the 18-second classic?
Yeah,
That was
stupid.
great.
Kane defeated Randy Orton's probably a decent match. Rhodes versus Show probably sucked. Kelly and Maria Menounos. So that's all I gotta say. That match sucked. Taker versus Triple H was good. Team Johnny versus Team Teddy. That sucked. CM Punk defeats Jericho and then Rock Cena. I don't know. I feel like the fillers in these years weren't that good.
Yeah, well, WrestleMania this year kind of blew everything out of the water. That's why.
Obviously, I was there.
Obviously.
I saw
was a
Brock
great show.
Lesnar defeat the Streak.
I was there.
You saw Paul
And the
Bryan.
segment alone, the segment of Rock,
Streak, yeah.
Rock, Steve Austin, and Hollywood Hogan was amazing.
Speaking of which, by the way, someone asked me yesterday.
Where's that old bum?
Who? Hogan? Yeah, he'll be back.
Where did he take his paycheck and run?
Yeah. Someone was asking me yesterday, final question before we go off the air, what was the better trilogy of matches at WrestleMania? Undertaker versus Triple H or Rock versus Austin?
Rock versus Austin easily.
Yeah. The feud was better.
Easily.
Yeah, the feud was better.
Rock
They,
was awesome.
and
Matches
all
were
their
better,
matches
too.
were like when they were somewhat in shape, like when they were in shape. The last Triple H and Undertaker match,
great.
the last two of them weren't that good.
The 27 one I didn't like. The 28 was much better.
Yeah, I feel like it was a force them to
Because-
sell.
Because,
But the thing is, all the Triple H's the 27 sucked.
yeah, it did.
28 had a stip.
Well,
And
HBK was the ref, too.
Yeah, it had a stip, so that made it
Yeah,
better.
that's what
And 17, that's a yawn because no one really remembers 17.
Yeah, that's because they don't acknowledge it at all either.
Because it wasn't. But then you had Rock versus Steve Austin at 15, which was great.
Yeah.
You had Rock versus Steve Austin at 17, which is possibly the best WrestleMania ever. Main evented was great.
Yes.
And then them at 19, they didn't main event, but it was still a good match. And that was when Rock was Hollywood Rock.
In
And that
Austin's
was-
final match.
Yeah, and that was a great match too. All three matches were great. No stips in any of them. And just those are just great wrestling matches. I think Triple H versus him was not good, but
Triple H versus Undertaker?
I think Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker were better. The two
Hands down. Hands down.
that's a clown
That's
answer
the
right
best.
there.
Yeah, I mean, that's
That was the best two matches against two people.
Yeah.
Oh,
HBK and
I'm about to
Undertaker.
go watch that right now. Exactly.
Not only the best match in WrestleMania history, I think one of the best matches ever.
Yeah, 26 and 25 had
Yeah.
good matches. I like 26 more. Some people said they like 25. I think
Nah,
26
is better.
You said 25 was better, buddy. When we
How?
talked to what's his face on the phone.
When did we talk about that?
No, not Andre. Mike.
Between 25 and 26?
And you said 25 was better.
No, 25 is not better.
He definitely pull up the archives.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull up the archive right now.
Well, you'll pull up the archives, and you and Mike
you
agreed
out.
that 25 was a better match than 26.
RJ would not forget.
Oh, no, the match was better. Yes, 25 was better. The match, the show itself, 26 was better.
26 match was better, and the show was better. Meant way more. Shawn Michaels' career was on the line, people. The promo alone was better than 25 match entirely.
The build-up was... I don't know what the build-up
I'll put the promo on your Twitter wall, and you're getting nuts in your room tonight.
Yeah, right next to the, the Eddie Guerrero tribute video, which is amazing. That was good.
I have to watch that when I get back.
That's a tearjerker.
Right before I start studying again for finals, I'll put the Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Watch Chris Benoit sob like a baby. That's a little much, but when Big Show starts tearing up, that gets me every time.
Big Show cries all the time because Big Show is so emotional. It's funny
for a giant.
For a giant, yeah. It's funny when you see him cry. Yeah, he's a gentle giant. Like I said, his documentary was good too.
I think I've seen it before, but I'm not sure. Does it go back to his WCW days or no? When he was in the...
He talked about eating toothpaste on bread. He didn't have any other food in his cabinet. It's kind of gross.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Is it on the network? Is it on the network?
It's on the network, yeah.
All right, we got to watch that tonight.
Yeah. No. It debuted a couple days ago. That's why. I watched it yesterday.
I've seen it before. He was in, what's it, Legion of something?
Legion of Doom?
No, not Legion of Doom.
No, that feud with that faction when he first got
in. What was the name of it? It was in the Blunders.
Faction. Yeah, it was on Countdown. Countdown's on tonight, too. It's probably on, right now. I'll watch it later.
What was the name of the thing?
I have no idea.
Come on, Graham.
I don't know. I remember it was in that list, though. I'm not a good WCW guy.
Hugh Morris was in it, too.
Hugh Morris.
Morris.
Oh, I forgot to mention this a couple weeks ago. Tough Enough is coming back.
Oh, I saw that.
Tough Enough is coming back,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, because the last Tough Enough guy, the only one that made it out of it was
Andy
Cameron.
Levine sucked. Andy Levine sucked.
The other kid should have won.
What? Yeah, Luke Robinson was the best. Luke Robinson was the fucking man.
Douche, too.
Yes, he was a big douche. He would have been a big-time ass heel, and then they fucking fired him in favor of Andy Levine.
And he got a DUI, and then
he got a DUI, got suspended, and they got fired. What a fucker. I hate Andy Levine.
That other guy was so good.
He was great. I interviewed him. He's so awesome.
You interviewed him?
Yeah.
He was sick.
He was so nice, too.
He was such a cock, too.
Yeah.
He had the gelled hair, this. He had the button down with the belt over his shoulder.
Bring him freaking back for the next season, just for the freaking hell of it. He was so good.
I can't believe that all those guys, Cameron was the only one that made it out.
What's your favorite match? Melina versus Alicia Fox.
Steve Austin, alright, what's your favorite match, honey? Alicia Fox versus Melina on Raw.
Yeah.
Just give me the belt.
See ya, bitch. Yeah, that was so
The
funny.
trainers were good, too. It was Bill DeMott, Trish Stratus, and Steve Austin.
And Stone Cold.
Bill DeMott.
Bill DeMott.
Hugh Morris. But,
he rapes kids down in NXT from what I heard. I don't know. Yeah, supposedly.
He teabags kids at NXT or something. I want to know what the name of that faction is now that you said it. I'm going to look it up. It's like the World. It's something Legion, something weird.
Yeah,
they had all shitty people in it too.
What?
And Big Show was the only one that made out of it.
Oh, Kamala was in it too.
And so was Hugh Morris was in it.
Yeah, Hugh Morris. They only feuded with Hogan or something.
British, what's his name? Barber Beefcake was in it too, but he was some random
Beefcake. Yeah, he had so many gimmick changes.
Right now, Big Show.
But Tough Enough back on the network, baby. I think they're going to bring in NXT developmental guys to use in the show, just not random people. So that should be interesting. But I look forward to that. I don't know if Stone Cold will be the host again, because I know he has other things going on, but he should be.
What's he doing right now?
He's doing podcasts. He's filming other TV shows and stuff. The Broken Skull Challenge or something like that. Give me a hell yeah. Stone Cold's awesome. So would be awesome if they brought him back.
Give me a second, Graham. I need to find this out.
Before we go, we gotta find this Legion.
It's something Legion. It's something like that. And it was
go to Big Legion. What are you looking up right now?
What faction he was in?
Yeah, go to Big Show's wiki or something.
I did. They didn't even acknowledge that. They said he just. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, it was that bad. Go to Kamala's or Brutus Beefcakes or something like that. It's got to be in there somewhere. Yeah, he was funny too.
I'm looking for managers, and it's not. That guy's not under it. What the hell's the guy?
Did you see the countdown last week?
What was it?
It was greatest villains. I thought it wasn't that good.
I think Vince won, right?
Yeah, Vince won.
I can't believe Punk was that high too.
Punk was 3. Orton is a good villain, but he wasn't number 2 worthy. That was a little weird.
Orton
2, and of all time, I don't think so.
Dude, when he was,
I hated Orton when he was the villain.
Yeah, he was a great. He was another tremendous villain. Yeah,
dude, but when he was the Legend Killer, he was the biggest douche.
He was
ever.
Oh, that too. I was talking Viper days, and that's what they kind of focused on. But that too, obviously.
I gotta go back to Beefcake because I do not know the name. They don't have the bit. That's. I liked when they had Glacier. That was actually a good one. They had all those wicked bad gimmicks that screwed up.
But that was in the Blunders one, right?
No, that was a gimmick one.
The gimmick? Oh, the bad gimmicks? Oh, infamous gimmicks. Yeah. That was stupid. Oh, Eric Bischoff was talking about that a couple of days ago in an interview. Yeah, that was funny. But
give me a second.
Legends House last week was really good. You probably didn't watch it because Kenny King was on it, which was pretty funny. You could visibly see
Dungeon of Doom.
Dungeon of Doom. That's what it's called. Greatest faction of all time.
Just kidding, it's the worst. But the only one that made it out was the Big Show.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
beat Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
And his
War
first match
Games.
with the title.
At Halloween Havoc, I think it was.
I don't know what the pay-per-view was.
I think it was Halloween Havoc. I just saw it, and his manager was Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I want to watch that too.
By the time that we get back here on campus to do the second season of the show, the Monday Night War show will be on.
I hope so.
That's gonna be great.
I've seen I feel like since 2002 they kind of always incorporated the Monday Night Wars, but I never got to see WCW really.
Yeah.
So kind of went out. But
I've
always been interested in once I saw the WCW Rise and Fall video, I've always been interested in watching it.
That was good too.
I haven't really got around to it on the network to watch it, but eventually I'm gonna start watching all the WCW pay-per-views.
Yeah, same here. The ECW pay-per-views too are really good as well.
Yeah,
so.
they're just shitty quality, just
yeah,
garbage.
that's true. That's true.
It's just if you want to see guys
Extreme.
just put their life on the line. Then
I'm watching One Night Stand soon too. That's a good one.
2005 was good, yeah.
Yeah, 05, and I think it
Bubba Ray takes a cheese grater to Tommy Dreamer's head and just guys gushing.
That's nasty.
Yeah, and then he hits Bubba Ray in the balls with it, which is pretty funny.
What was the year with Paul Heyman's his shoot promo? When he was talking to Triple H, he's like, the only reason... Oh, he was talking to JBL. It's like, the only reason...
Yeah, it's that year.
Was 05? Yeah, that was great. I love that.
That's when Heyman's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny because he hits him in the balls with the cheese grater, and Joey Styles goes, "Oh my God, he hit him right in the balls!"
Yeah, Joey
and
Styles.
Taz is like,
"Oh my God!"
But yeah, I don't know. It's good, so that's pretty much it.
That is pretty much it, folks. So
the last episode of WrestleRant, I am about to ball my eyes out.
Episode, 25th episode, and the final one. For the time being, we will be back with the sophomore turned junior.
Yeah.
Return.
Jeff, you weren't here last time. I thought I could have sworn that you guys were freshmen.
I got the whole.
I told them right when I got back.
I thought you were an upperclassman, like when we first had Intro to Journalism. But then I saw you guys hanging out with Cam, so I thought because I knew you were a freshman. So I'm like, you guys must be freshmen too. And then he's like, you're a sophomore. Like, what the
I come off as an upperclassman.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it must be an upperclassman.
So I understand.
I was so pissed.
Kids hang out with me because I'm cool.
Right.
Oh no! I picked you off the street, Ron, to bring you to school.
I should buy beer for the kid.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get off the air, I got to do the shout-outs.
The shout-outs.
All right, so Molly, Tim, Gom, Mike, Shannon, John, Timmy Pidge, Sus, Jamie, Cam.
All right, can I get in here, Chief?
Cam.
Just takes the mic.
First, I want to plug Twitter at JeffStone1. That's with J. Shout-outs, Tina, Manders88, RJ, Cam, Graham, Jason Matthews, Randall Livingstone. Why not? Let's hope for some good luck tomorrow. And
check out Jeff Stone's presentation tomorrow. Right for the media.
Live. I'll be streaming it live on YouTube. 10:15, I believe.
Yeah, 10:15.
10:15. I'll be there at 10:14. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll
people.
be live streaming off YouTube, folks.
Yep.
It's gonna be good.
So it'll be good. Join us.
All right. So any plugs, Cam, or
plugs, shout-outs?
Nope.
Death wishes? Anything?
Nope.
All right. Let's do at Raymond_Marceau for Twitter and at WrestleRant.
At WrestleRant, baby. So that being said, thanks for joining us, folks. That has been WrestleRant Radio Season 1 wrap-up.
Jeez,
we will be back. The final live show, because I'm going to try to do a podcast over the summer, but it sucks because RJ, Jeff Stone, and Cam will not be joining me.
Because we live in Massachusetts, the best state in the country. America.
So we'll have you guys on, at some point.
You might have to call me in for a podcast if we can do that.
Yeah, if we can do that, if that's possible. So try to do that. Next at wrestling.weebly.com, all the podcasts are up there. Every single edition of WrestleRant Radio dating back to the beginning. RJ, follow him on Twitter. Cam as well as Jeff Stone. Can't forget about Jeff Stone. We got to follow everyone here in the room on Twitter. Thanks for listening live, folks. As RJ said himself, at WrestleRant, Graham, Jason Matthews, Facebook, YouTube, Bleacher Report, all the same thing. Thanks for joining us. Have a great summer. I mean, I'll be back next week in podcast form, but nevertheless, we will be back in just, maybe 4 or 5 months? Something like that?
Maybe, I don't know.
Sooner, I hope.
Something like that,
Just drive up to school for a day for a WrestleRant.
Yeah, just drive up to school for a day. It'll work out that way. But nevertheless, we will be back in just a few more months live from Endicott campus. So thanks for listening live, folks. For the very last time, RJ, Jeff, Cam, let's do this real quick. Can we do the Shield intro?
I don't know if I can think of it all, but
Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta the Shield.
Sierra.
Who wants a new Sierra?
Believe in the Shield, all right? Just believe in the Shield. Believe in the
Believe in the
Shield.
Shield. I cannot think of it right now.
Hey, start of the next season shows.
Next season.
We'll start off with that.
Yes, that will be our intro.
That'll be our intro.
Sounds good.
All right.
So, for the very last time, folks, thanks for listening live. This is Graham, G.S. and Matthews for the very last time. Signing off. Till next week, folks.
Woo!